beasts, aren't they? Chuffed to bits. The smallest little thornback. I'll just concentrate on not losing the rod over the side. And his eyes. He's got amazing eyes. Doggy in the boat. Covered in mullet. There's a bit of weight to that, you know. And that's what we want, don't we? We don't want the same all the time. We want something different, a good old show. Hello and welcome to the channel. Different camera angle. We're out in the boat. We're out in, would you still class this as the Solent? We're on the outer edges of the Solent, aren't we?
People do call it a Solent. I basically call here East White.
Yeah.
But I think it is still the Solent, yeah.
Yeah, east of the Isle of Wight. When the sounder was on, we're in about 80 foot of water. Anchor's got, oh, can you hold that please, mate? I don't know, that must just have been a light drag, because that doesn't feel particularly big. I don't know. That's a strange one to get. There's no head shaking. Look at that. Oh, oh, oh.
I'd love it to be a cod. Wouldn't that be nice?
Mate, that's got some weight to it. It didn't shake its head at all to start with, and it's going nuts now. How bizarre that was. It doesn't want to come. It doesn't want to come up.
There's a rule of thumb. We always say that if it's violent, if it's sort of violent jerks and shakes, it's almost certainly an eel.
Yeah. But it was trying to take. You can see it's quite aggressive.
Yeah, no, it's a nice bend in that rod.
And I've got that drag up quite high as well. You watch it be a doggy.
That's the one thing I don't think it is. Unless an eel's got hold of it.
Yeah.
That's happened before.
That is bizarre, isn't it? Look at it.
Do you not think that's the beauty of sea fishing?
Oh, I love it. I genuinely love it.
You never really know what's coming up.
You've got no idea, have you?
No.
Don't get me wrong, you can call it depending on what kind of fight you get and what you think what you're feeling. But it's oh mate, it's taking line again.
So I can't help that. It comes from the years of fishing with your mates when you say, well, what is it then? Yeah, do you want them to be wrong?
I'll call this as an eel.
So we always try to call fish.
Oh, he's picked me up a line up. There's a decent sized one by the looks of it. I can see it. Yeah, but he's round my line. He's picked me up a line up. I can't seem to get away from it. Where are we? He's picked me up a line up, isn't he? Completely. Oh.
I don't like that daylight.
Where's that gone?
I can see what you're trying there. Sometimes it's really hard to know which way
because it's picking my braid.
We've gone around that a couple of times, to be fair.
Yeah. Because otherwise it's going to cut both lines. Does that look like I'm winning? Making this look right pigs here, aren't I?
If you want to tell me that you've done a good job.
There we go. Got there. That is a big eel.
There you go, it's the best one of the day. It's funny because when you look back in the water, this is not going to look a very big eel, but if we can get some perspective close to the boat, you'll see just what perspective means, and that is from a distance.
It doesn't look big, but I can tell straight away that is a decent size eel, that one.
But when we get him very, very close in, hopefully, hand alongside him or whatever you want to do, you'll see that that is a.
Oh, he's got some scrap in him still. That is a big eel. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah.
That's a cracking eel. Give you some idea. He's right in the nose as well. Look. That's a good double figure eel, that, isn't it?
Yeah. He'll go.
He's somewhere between 10 and 15. He's got to be, isn't he?
He'd be bigger than that.
Do you think?
Yeah. I reckon he'd be closer to 20. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to have him in then.
I'll tell you what. We'll see, won't we?
See if he'll lift in. If I lose him on the lift, then so be it.
Well, they go a bit crackers, but get back with a bit of running.
Oh, he is a lump. But, yeah, he popped it.
Yeah. I didn't quite get your tail, but
He's all right.
he'd be closer to 20 than 15 for sure.
That hook held out.
You've blown a bit.
That was a good scrap, that. That's a better fish, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm really probably,
It's going to beat you right up.
I don't think it'd be massive. But yeah, for about, well, what it was, he had some tremendous fishing there for a long, long time, and more and more people found out about it, and
It changes the whole profile, doesn't it?
but even though there was like 80 boats down there for about 3 seasons, it was guaranteed place,
Yeah.
absolutely guaranteed, and it was fabulous. And what happened was the storms finished it.
And what did they do? Scour or change the bottom?
Yeah, they
made
the
a
mussel
change.
beds.
Oh, right, okay.
They were only there for the mussels.
That's a better size eel.
Yeah, slightly better. They were only there for the mussels, so here comes ruining my rig.
Ruining your rig.
They hold no. They hold no. Get that weight off first. Interest to me anymore. Sort of eels of this size.
No.
I just find them a bit of a pain in the arse.
But it was interesting to see, and I'm glad of you know, like the last time we was out, we sort of targeted them and caught them. Hard not to catch them, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of them around.
yeah,
He's a better. He's actually, to be fair, he's not.
he looked quite chunky actually.
Slightly better than a strap.
Did he get you?
No, it's the line cutting into my
Line.
fingers.
Well, I'm not being funny, mate. There's gloves here. And I'm not just saying it because it's after the fact, but you're more than welcome to put one of these on if you want.
If you've got a spare, oh perfect, yeah. I mean, if it's
I'll
around,
I'll just put it down there.
Brilliant.
Do what you want.
I've done it so often. It's almost like I've got a weakness in it.
Mate, anything you need on the boat, just help yourself. You know, I'm not, like I say, I'm not precious about it. It's to be used.
Nice one.
It's got a fair old chunk of weight to it. It would,
I've not seen nice cod here for 3 years.
mate. Look, seriously, that's got some chunk to it.
Actually got to wear that rod's bending around.
And I can't bully this. Ooh, it might be a big eel. I've got the drag up as far as I dare.
Well, I say potentially where we are. Some nice rays here. Not here, not many, but they have been known to be here. Certainly have a lot of decent honey that's over 15.
That, I'm not gaining any line on that. That is not moving.
Suggests a ray, doesn't it? Because if it's not.
Yeah, it's just hanging there.
If it's not being eels are usually violent. You know, you can feel that real aggressive, violent type. Just so as I know, your net's there, right? Okay. Because you never know.
I've opened the net already, so the net is actually good to go.
You can sort of see that it just needs grabbing off that.
I'm not being seriously, mate. Look at that.
Yeah, no.
That's a. I'm on £40 line, and that's a £30 rod, and that is.
It's put them nice. There's not a huge amount of tide here either, so that would be mostly fish, not tide.
It's not moving though.
It does suggest a ray.
A decent size ray, I think. Possibly.
You know, Sunday. I've had them here. I think the 17 pounder I was here. I've had loads of 15, many 15 pounders.
I'm not getting any line on this.
When it's like that, Sam, you just want to see it. If nothing else, you want to see that. You don't want to wonder forever what it might have been.
What could have been, should have been, would have been.
The trouble is, when you sometimes lose a fish like that, it can keep you coming back because you think, what is it? Yeah, it's nevertheless
You're never to be repeated.
frustrating. I had something here one year in the summer, and it folded my rod over and then snapped the plastic rod holder thing I had. And I managed to grab the reel and it come off, but that was mental. It was a flat calm day at low tide and a slack tide.
I'm having to concentrate on the technique on this, but that is, obviously I don't know what it is, but like you say, it does suggest a ray.
It does. They can have a bit of a swing back to the bottom if
Oh, it's starting to come.
they can have a little bit of a swing back to the bottom if they like it. The dart weights a bit, maybe.
It's just making sure it's pinned on the bottom, isn't it?
It's just starting to move a bit that side. It won't rush really here because it's flood. Ebb tends to pull a bit harder than the flood in general.
I'm getting a bit of movement now.
Yeah, just coming up, is it?
Yeah, it's just slow and steady though.
Yeah, getting your head off.
Certainly can't bully it.
It's moving around a little bit. Moving around a little bit, and it's not going up to the fire. It's sort of going out a little bit now. I mean, you tell me if you want it netted, if it's a. You know,
Yeah, I'll wait and see what it is, and
I mean, I don't know, like I say,
see how it looks. If it's a nice ray, I might just cheek it.
Yeah, it's a ray, alright.
Yeah.
It's a small eye actually, it was an undie. It's a bit dark and undie little.
Oh, that's a decent size.
No.
That it's a blonde,
Yeah, I
and
did say the odd one.
I'm not even joking, mate. That has absolutely made my year. That is all the species now, except for a cuckoo.
There you go. I did say you get the odd blonde here, didn't I? You don't get many, but you've done very well. You want to net him with your confidence?
I'm going to cheek him, mate. I think I just want to make sure. Oh, he's taking the hook quite deep by the looks of it. Oh,
I don't think it was that long ago. I just think you didn't get. I had blondes for 20 years, so well done. And like I say, as it's something you want to, it makes it even better, doesn't it?
yeah, it is, mate. That is absolutely stunning.
It's quite a nice one, actually. It's quite a nice one. You never get massively like you do on the banks. I'd say the biggest one about 20, which is a nice fish.
What I'll do is I'll get this up and out of the way. Beautiful detachable hook trace as well.
I always fish that. I always fish that.
Just makes it easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, always.
Boats move around quite a lot now, so there's quite a rolling swell just starting to develop. We're going to go £15 blonde ray, and I love the ray. We all know I love the ray. Yeah, gonna get this character back. Get that. I'm gonna have to see if I can get that hook out. It's a bit lumpy, isn't it?
Best of luck.
Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate it.
Oh. Yeah, it's nice to have stuff to fish. You know, and if you don't do it, you're better.
Look at that. It actually turned round. It's put its nose into the tide, and it's flying, but it's sort of holding station. Yeah, that's amazing. No, I love them. They're amazing creatures.
I don't tyrosine race. I tyrosine congers and dogfish, but I don't tyrosine race.
I can't even begin to say, mate, seriously, to catch a blonde today, I am chuffed to bits. That's made the day for me. I've got no head shaking, mate, but I've got weight again. Unless it is, there's something on it.
Nothing funny, but as I say, this spot has produced all sorts. And when I say that, I mean it. I've had bass, spur dog, rays. That's what we say earlier. The geezer that caught nothing in 6 strips, and he had bought a Wilson, see, and Mark Bull.
Not as heavy as the last one.
Dogfish, I think.
Yeah, you probably called it actually. I was just starting to feel that because it's got no fight in it.
Yeah, that's a bit spotty. Come on, they can fight quite well.
Where's it? Yeah, doggy. Oh, a doggy on the line. So I picked my line up.
Yeah, not slack. Bit of extra weight that on the other weight you're pulling out, that's all. Can I hold the rod feel on here?
Yes, please, mate. Yeah, thank you. Wayne is into his 94th eel of the day.
It feels more like 100.
It looks like a decent one though. It's putting a bend in the rod.
No.
But he's just in. It's probably he's using the current a bit as well, isn't he?
Yeah, they do give a good account of themselves, but it's hard to be ungracious when you're catching a fish. I know.
It looks like I might have an eel.
But when you caught so many of them, they do become very tiresome, unfortunately.
So you see if we can do a double eel hookup. Oh yeah, I'm in. Oh yeah. It's not the same one, is it? Oh mate, yeah. It's quite aggressive though. Look.
Yeah, they.
It's a double heel whammy.
They certainly don't like being caught.
This bait's only been down about 2 or 3 minutes.
This east of the island, in fact all around the Isle of Wight, has become an eel pit. The last sort of 3 years in particular, some days you just can't get away from them. You'll catch, if you've got 2 rods down in a day's fishing, I reckon you'll go over you'll go over the half-century mark on them.
Really?
If you're fishing hard. And the annoying thing is they'll take the bait away from what you want to catch.
Yeah, it hasn't got a chance to track it down, has it? Exactly. I think the eels are quite athletic at covering the ground as well, aren't they? Whereas some of the other fish might be a bit slower.
Well, I'll tell you this, I think I might have told you this before, but I'll say it again. I fished in 50 feet of water on the Kingmere earlier in the year. And I was fishing for bream, having a very good day in fact.
Yeah.
And I wanted a garfish. I hadn't had a garfish that year.
Oh, here comes mine.
So I fired out a thin strip of squid underneath a float, about a foot under the surface.
Yeah.
And I had a screaming run. I thought, oh, it's a good gar. And it was a strap eel, about 6 pounds.
Really?
And
It'd come up through the water column?
Well, either it was swimming on the top, or it'd come up from deep down. But that was a foot under the surface in 50 feet of water. And the last one really I expected to see. So, whether it's just there's so many of them and
And away he goes.
they're competing, I don't know.
He took my hook with him though.
That spinning business, that does weaken
He literally just spun it off. It's quite aggressive. Oh, and you're in as well.
Yeah.
Oh, at least he spat yours.
I'm not displeased with that.
Yeah.
Spat it a bit earlier, couldn't he?
two at the same time, double whammy.
Spat it a foot off the bottom.
Yeah. So Wayne's into another eel. He is the eel master today. He's getting flaked out. Oh, that feels eely. Again. Oh. Yeah, it definitely feels eely.
As I say, it's come out.
Oh.
On the way back.
Yeah, I like safety margins in everything I do. So, like you can see, I haven't taken the battery thing lightly. I've got 3 different ways of navigating. So I've got phone, tablet, and a proper chart plotter. I've got 3. Yeah.
Because it doesn't run off any,
It's standalone. It doesn't need anything. Yeah. Yeah, totally understand. I've got 2 anchors. I've got 2 full anchoring setups. It's a little bit of overkill, but I've got a Bruce and a grapnel, so I can, depending on what ground we're on, I could swap them over.
Well, you'd be surprised, right? It's not unheard of to anchor a spot early doors. It's rubbish if you go somewhere else. You lose your anchor. If you don't have a spare anchor,
that's you.
You can only drift it.
Yeah.
If it's not the right area or whatever, then.
Oh, it's a ray.
Huh?
It's a ray.
Another ray.
And it might be, is that a small eye or is that another blonde?
A small eye.
Small eye.
That's a nice small eye. There you go, there's 3 species already on my patented ray mark.
A small-eyed ray. Oh no, is that an undulate?
Oh, small eye.
I might have changed my mind again.
100% small eye. Small eye.
Yeah. Whew, he's a spiky boy. How cool is that? I seriously, I know I keep saying that's a male, isn't it? It's a little male. I do love them. I love the ray.
say, it's only a spotted and undulate, isn't it? No,
Yeah,
spotted
yeah.
and undulate, which should be achievable. I've got half an hour left.
Yeah. Ooh. Right. Yeah, pretty fish that. Very pretty fish. Yeah, got claspers, it's a male, isn't it?
I think it's going to be bigger.
I think the hook looked achievable on this one as well. Come on, mate. I'll try and get that out of you as quick as I can.
Oh, is it? Yeah, nice. There you go.
He just bite me.
Nothing more wind there. Nice.
No. And he's flaring himself up. So, I had a blonde, Wayne's had a thornback, and now we've got a small eye. Cracking little fish, little male with the claspers, showing his tackling too, look. I do love them, they're amazing. All that top nose section is all completely transparent. You can see through it. He's flared all his wings, isn't he? Get this one back. Yeah. And away he goes. Oh, yeah. Might be an eel, this one. So, if you think what we've had so far today, what have we had so far? We've had doggies, whiting. We've had, I don't know how many eels.
Conger and 3 species of ray.
3 species of ray. That's a feral.
Blonde, thornback, and small-eyed in that order.
That's
and
a
funny enough,
feral
right,
mixed bag, that.
Right, the most common one you'd like to catch here is undulate.
Undulate, and that's the one we haven't had.
And then after that, it would be between spotted and thornback. Then small-eye, and then blonde. So actually, you picked up the two that are not, they're the least likely ones to be here. But in our favour is the most likely time you're going to get in this season. Small eyes tend to, I don't know why, but it's a bit hard, a bit easy to catch.
Just going to T-bar this strap at the inside of the boat. Ooh. There he goes. Cool, he swam nice.
That temperature dropping a touch now.
Yeah, just cooling down a bit, isn't it?
Well, we're sort of getting into last chance for me now anyway. So.
Yeah, what do you want to call it? Last cast?
Can do. I've just freshened that one up, and I'll probably freshen this one.
I was going to say, if I freshen both of mine up and we leave it at that, and then and we'll call it quits at that.
I've still got to bring the rods in, de-rig them, get the anchor up, and all that is more time consuming than anyone realises. Yeah. Does it feel congry? Or?
I can't call it, mate, to be honest. We've had everything today,
Yeah,
but
it just looks slightly different.
it just feels different.
No, it's an eel.
It's an eel, yeah. An energetic eel.
Yeah.
Surprising how many, the bottom must be literally crawling with eels. It must be.
This isn't even the worst day. I've had worse days than this one, where literally it hits the bottom and it's
That's it,
eel after eel.
you're plagued.
And you catch anything else and an eel grabs it.
Well, I had that one earlier that had that whiting in its mouth, wasn't it? And it wouldn't let go of it. It wasn't hooked.
Come December time, right? You wouldn't be surprised to see this eel with a fucking bigger eel clamped onto it.
Really?
Yeah, quite a common thing. Dogfish, we've had dogfish with clamped onto them.
So we're packing up. It's time to go. We're going to have a good old tonk because the water's flattened right off, and we're going to give it some Billy Big Beans on the way back. And I've got plenty of fuel, but I can't stop the bleeding. I've got. Which one was it in the end? It was that small eye. Managed to nick me, and whatever's in that on their skin or whatever it is, it just won't stop bleeding. It's not a massive cut, but it just won't stop bleeding. Everything I touch has got blood on it now. So we've had a cracking day. Lost count of the amount of eels. I tried to lift in what would have been most definitely my boat caught PB. Estimate
It was touching 20, yeah.
It was over 15, wasn't it?
It was
I think.
closer to 20 than 15, much closer. I'd have said it was 20 pounds, and I'm caught enough to have a very good idea of weight. So yeah. I'll give it 20 for that.
I think so. Yeah. So a really nice eel amongst the myriad of other eels, and then the real unexpected: a blonde, 15 plus. A small eye that we didn't weigh. We just got the hook out of it and got it straight back in. Did we weigh it? Yeah, we did weigh it. Sorry, didn't we?
I don't recall.
I don't think we did. Did we?
No, I don't recall.
I missed a trick there, I think. Yeah. So we had the small eye. You had a stunning looking thornback.
Yeah, nice.
Really nice looking one.
Yeah, it was a pretty fish.
Dogfish and tings. Sun's in my eyes now, but better than in the camera. Yeah, so dogfish and tings. We're going to tonk it back, recover the boat. But it's been a cracking day out in the middle of the winter. This was the little window, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we've had some really shocking weather before this, so you've got to take the advantages when you can and get out when you can. And it's flattened off lovely at the moment. It wasn't so nice earlier. And no, it's been a really enjoyable day.
Because I'm gonna be honest about what happened earlier. So I had a little bit of a heave ho earlier.
I didn't laugh.
So we set up. I was crawling around the bottom of the boat, rigging all the gear, doing all the stuff. And I'll hold my hand up, it's up to shield me from the sun, but I had a little bit of a cash vom, and there wasn't much to bring up, so it was a lot of dry motoring from me, but it settled out, didn't it? I didn't feel ill, I just felt like I needed to be sick.
You done well, you manned up and stuck it out.
I was seasick today, put it that way. Let's just leave it at that. I was seasick for a bit, and then it's all been good. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. So tight lines and happy fishing. I hope to spend some time with you again sometime soon. That sun is getting really bright now. So from me and from Wayne, goodbye, take care, and we'll see you soon.